In 2018, a driver on the Redwood Highway called 911 after nearly hitting a woman standing in the middle of the road. Police responded and found her shaken, quiet, and unable to explain what happened 8 hours later. Another 911 call came in. Someone else had found the same woman, miles away. But this time, she was dead. And what investigators discovered next made this one of the strangest cases in California history. At 4:14 a.m., long-haul trucker Raymond Ortiz was heading north on the Redwood Highway when a woman suddenly stepped into his lane. He slammed on the brakes. Stopping just feet from her, she was barefoot, drenched from head to toe, shivering violently. He asked if she was hurt, but she didn't speak. She only pointed behind her, into the darkness of the forest. Raymond got back into his truck and called 911 immediately when deputies arrived. The woman still wouldn't talk, but ID identified her as Samantha Hayes, 34, from Redding. They transported her to Redwood Community Hospital for evaluation. She underwent vitals, a mental health screening, and blood tests. Everything came back normal, except for one thing. Her clothing was saturated in salt water. Not rainwater. The nearest coastline? More than 70 miles away. Investigators immediately reviewed security footage from the hospital. At 4:03 a.m., Samantha is seen lying in the hospital bed. She suddenly sits upright, looks toward the door, and whispers, "She's here." The audio is faint, but clear seconds later. A surge of static hits the hospital cameras. All footage corrupts for 16 seconds when the system comes back. The bed is empty. Samantha is gone. The door never opened. No one entered or left the room. Hospital staff searched every floor. She had vanished. Detectives conducted interviews with 3 hikers who found the second Samantha. All 3 described hearing something eerie before discovering the body, a woman screaming from 2 places at once, one scream echoing from the ravine, and another higher up the trail. Fading into the trees, they believed there were 2 women calling for help, but only one body was ever found. One hiker, a retired biology professor, gave a chilling statement. It sounded like someone was mimicking her voice, but it wasn't perfect, like it was learning how. Lab analysis confirmed that the salt water on Samantha's clothing came from the Pacific Ocean. But here's the impossible part. The density didn't match the coastline near California. It matched ocean water from nearly 30 miles offshore, where the seafloor drops rapidly and currents change salinity, meaning for the water to reach her clothing, she would have had to be submerged miles out at sea. Yet she had no water in her lungs, no signs of drowning, no exposure injuries, just salt water and fear. During a search of Samantha's home, detectives found her journal hidden behind her washing machine. The last entry was written just 1 day before the incident. The dreams keep getting worse. I see myself standing in the forest, watching me sleep. It's getting closer every night. I think it wants to take my place. Forensic teams examine the ravine where Samantha's body was found. Our findings included no drag marks, no signs she climbed or slid, no footprints, not even her own, no animal tracks, no evidence of another persona. It was as if she materialized there. A motion sensor wildlife camera located 200 yards away captured a single frame, a woman standing, still in the trees, staring directly into the camera lens. Though her face is obscured, the silhouette matches Samantha. The timestamp to 15 a.m., the same minute the other Samantha was being transported in an ambulance. The sheriff's department labeled the case as unexplained accidental death with unresolved anomalies unofficially. Investigators admitted they had no theories, no suspects, no criminal motive, and no explanation for how the versions of the same person appeared hours apart since 2019. 6 separate drivers have reported seeing a barefoot woman standing alone on the Redwood Highway dripping W. If water staring into the forest when officers respond. She's always gone, but the callers describe her the same way. She looked like she needed help. She was soaking wet. She looked exactly like the woman from the news. No one knows what happened to Samantha Hayes. Some believe it was a mental break. Others think it involved someone impersonating her, and a growing number believe something else, that the versions of her existed that night, and only one survived.